riding around here in my old neighborhood. This is where I grew up. I thought I'd give you a little bit more insight into CycleCruza and let you know, how hard he had it growing up.
Let's go for a ride. You are watching CycleCruza's all-in-one motorcycle channel. Subscribe today.
Hey. And a lot of you guys think I was born with a silver spoon in my mouth, and that's not true. I came from very humble beginnings. Actually, I was raised in this house right here. This is where it all started. And I'll tell you guys, we had a lot of hardships in that house. There was a man that lived next door named Tom, old man Tom, who actually had lived his whole life in his neighborhood, and he said everybody that lived in that house had a lot of hardships. He called it the hard luck house. And I'll tell you guys, we had a lot of hard luck. A lot of shit went down. My father died in that house. And then when my father died, my brother took to the streets here, got involved with a lot of bad, thugs. They broke in houses, he did drugs, stole, all kinds of crazy shit, brought a lot of stress to my mom, who was raising 2 boys, single mother. She was living on Social Security, trying to go to college and better herself. And she had a boyfriend that come to find out he was freebasing cocaine in the basement. I grew up around a lot of drugs, man. I'll tell you that, guys. And I saw what can happen to people when they're on drugs, and it completely turned me away. I've never done a drug in my life. I don't drink. I think I only got drunk one time in my life. I've seen alcoholics in the family that completely destroyed their life. But yeah, we had a lot of tough times, man. And a few years later, after my dad died, my mom, she got strangled by a friend of hers that she was going to school with. I don't know what the dude, come to find out he was schizophrenic, but he strangled her and left her for dead. And had it not been for the grace of God, she would be dead. Actually, my sister, the guy had my sister go to the neighbor next door and have them call the police and tell them that a lady just died next door. And had my sister not done that she would be, my mom would be dead. But my mom, she had to learn everything all over again, man. She had braces on her. She was really messed up, man. She had to learn how to walk, talk, read. And I was raised by at that time I was raised by my grandmother. And it's just a lot of craziness, man. But I tell you guys, also when I was a kid and lived in this neighborhood, and this is why I'm really adamant about wearing like motorcycle gear, is my brother, one time he had a friend come over, and they had got a new Kawasaki dirt bike, and they were all test riding it in the neighborhood. And the one friend, they all took test rides on it. It was a bunch of my brother's friends. They all were taking test rides on his one friend's new Kawasaki dirt bike in the neighborhood, flying through the neighborhood. They're going, fucking hauling ass through the neighborhood. He wants me to do, everybody wants you to do fucking wheelies, man. Did they do wheelie? Do a wheelie. Ain't doing no fucking wheelie, man. Fuck that. Trying to show off, man. But anyways, they were hauling ass, and the one friend, man, we heard this boom, and he ended up crashing into a tree head on with no helmet. Busted his head open. And we went to go, find where he was. We found him, the bike on the ground, and blood all rushing out of his head. The bike was totaled. It was a sight to see, man. I could still see it in my head. That it's like ingrained into my brain, dude. And that's why I'm really adamant about wearing helmets, guys. don't be a fucking idiot out there. Wear your helmet, man. You know, had he been, and he didn't die though, by the grace of God. He just, he was in a coma for a while, and he had to learn a lot of everything all over again, and he had a lot of, you know, some problems, sleeping problems and stuff from that. But luckily he made it back to it, you know, his old self. And one thing that's really cool about him is that he didn't give up on motorcycles. Like, he didn't let that fear take over him, because he ended up riding a motorcycle again. And that's why I tell you guys, just because you crash, if you have a really horrific crash, don't give up on it if you can. If you can get back riding again, do it. Just understand that shit happens out here. I mean, there's people that get maimed and killed in car crashes all the time, but I highly, you know, most of the time they don't let that affect them on driving a car again. So it shouldn't be any different with a motorcycle. But I tell you guys, you know, this is a tough neighborhood, you know, growing up. Not real tough. I've seen, you know, the east, there's some like really bad areas on the east side of Cleveland. It's a whole lot worse than this. But I tell you, you know, we got fights every week. These kids always want to test you, man. The inner city, tell you, these inner city schools are shit, even to today. That's why I really, you know, some of you guys ask me about my my accent. You say I talk ghetto sometimes. This is where it comes from, living in the ghetto. You can take the man out of the ghetto, but you can't take the ghetto out of the man a lot of times. And I'm one of them. But I tell you guys that you know, I went on, I'm a college graduate. I'm not a fucking idiot. And I went on to better myself when I came out of this. You know, when my mom, she got strangled and all, I went to live with my grandmother in the suburbs. And much better schools out there, I tell you guys. I'll tell you, man, I absolutely fucking hated going to school here in Cleveland. It's just a lot of haters in school. A lot of these kids, you know, inner city kids are poor as fuck. They're mad because they're poor, and they want to take it out on you, make fun of the shoes you have. If you don't have on some Nikes, they'll fucking make fun of you, man. Put you down because you're a free lunch kid. I was a free lunch kid because my mom was just collecting Social Security and going to school, so I got free lunch. They give you this green token every day, and they, the kids that make fun of you, you know, the kids that paid for a lunch, they felt like they're better. I used to bring money sometimes and pay for my lunch just because I wanted to, you know, not look like I was like you know, a bum. But I'm really grateful for those humble beginnings, though, you know, and all the shit. And by the way, my brother, you know, he ended up dying at 30 years old, man, of a brain aneurysm. And I'll tell you guys, he rode a motorcycle from age 7 to age 30 for never got harmed, never even got so much as a scratch from riding a motorcycle. And he was one of the craziest motherfuckers on a motorcycle, guys. He was like completely opposite of me, man. Dude was be doing 100-mile-per-hour wheelies. You know, he was a show-off type, doing stunts and shit. But he never got hurt on a bike, and ended up just dropping dead of a brain aneurysm. Is that crazy or what, man? He died back in 2001. Like I said, we've had a lot of hardships in my family, man. And you know, what's crazy is my brother died on February 3rd and my dad died on February 13th, and they were both 30 years old when they died. The terrible threes. And when I turned 30, I thought I was gonna fucking you know, I was scared as shit. But I'll tell you guys that you never know what tomorrow's not promised to any of us, man. And that's why I tell you guys to get your ass out here and ride, man. And I tell you, this thing of riding a motorcycle has really helped me. You know, all the depression that I've had, the hardships in my life, anything that's bad that's going on in my life, man, I jump on my motorcycle and I'm instantly cured. Like, it takes my mind off of things. It just makes me feel good. It's like I said, it's an antidepressant. It's the best antidepressant in the world, man. absolutely fucking love it. And I hope to never give up riding a motorcycle. But I'm taking you right now to the real ghetto area of town. These were the projects. These are the government projects. I don't know if they still are, but I tell you, they look a lot better now than they did when I was a kid, man. But there was a lot of drug activity over here, a lot of shootings. My cousin, he actually got shot right over here by this rib shack over here. He got shot. Some two teenagers came up to him and asked him for his money, and his dumb ass didn't give him the money, and they shot his ass. He didn't die though, but he got messed up pretty bad where he had to go in the hospital. But he got shot. Where is it? Rib shack. Rib shack's right down there. He got shot. A lot of drug activity over here, even till today, man. It's a pretty bad neighborhood. But I never forget where I came from, man. You know, this isn't a front. This isn't a fake accent that I have. You know, I'm not trying to act ghetto. I know a lot of you guys see some of my early videos where I actually, you know, tried to speak proper. But I saw, you know, that wasn't really being myself. When I started being myself is when I started gaining views and subs. This is not an act, man. I keep it real with you guys. I try to keep it 100% with you guys. And this is as real as it gets in this hood, man. And I tell you guys that I don't wish the ghetto on anybody. I tell you that, a lot of shit. That's where my cousin got shot, right there, at Rib Shack. Fucked up, man. My brother has gotten shot at before. He had bullet holes in his car. Just a typical time in the ghetto. That's it. We used to get custard there. We used to get ice cream and frozen yogurt there. That's awesome, man. But I tell you guys that it's really good to have these humble beginnings, though, because it makes you appreciate when you change your life over for the better, and you look back and it helps you stay humble. You know, realize you came from nothing, the fucking gutter. And I'll never forget. But I'll tell you guys that for those of you that are struggling out there, that are going through the hardships, you live in the ghetto over here, like over here. You know, you're having a tough times, depression. This is it, baby. Get your motorcycle. It'll uplift you. And I tell you, like I said, tomorrow's not promised to you. You know, like I said, I lost my brother, my dad, nearly lost my mom. And I tell you, I'm just really appreciative for another day out here riding my motorcycle, another day above ground, another day healthy. And I just thank God. I really do, man. Like I said, anything can change in an instant. It can change. That's why you see I always pray before I ride. And I feel God, you know, keeps me safe out here on the streets. But hey, guys, that's all I have for you, man. Just keeping it real. Sharing a little insight on CycleCruza's past. You know, his humble beginnings. But I wish you guys all the best out there. I truly do. I hope you guys don't have to grow up like I did and experience the hardships like I've experienced. But just know that it always gets better. It gets better, man. I wish you guys all the best out there. Thanks for viewing. Thanks for, you know, subscribing to my channel. But if you want to see more of my videos, go to my website, CycleCruza.com. Click on the menu tab, My Videos. All my videos are categorized into various playlists. Hopefully you can find something that will inform you, entertain you. Hey, hit thumbs up if you like this video. Share this video with your friends. That's all I have for you guys. Catch you guys later.
Check out my other channel, CycleCruza's MotoVlogs, where I discuss anything and everything, not just motorcycle shit.